Today's video is gonna be me at least trying to study from an artist whom I admire. His name is Shin Jong Hun, I think. It should be correct. And he's one of those many Asian artists who just have like such a beautiful aesthetic that you just want to devour and make into your own. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some references of his artwork and take some reference photos and make those photos look like his artwork and try and make like some unique artwork of my own, right? And I started combining some photos to make a new reference, but as I was doing this, I realized this is kind of more effort than it's worth. I kind of missed the point of studying the artist's artwork because half the time I was focused on making a good reference photo and making sure that my work looked like the reference photo. So, I mean, I did do like mini studies of clouds and stuff, which is all good, but it's better to just keep studies as studies and keep new artwork as new artwork. Anyway, my intent was to do two pieces. So one was outdoor and one was indoor. As you can see, I've done the outdoor one. I kind of did the indoor one. And I did the outdoor one first because I'm more comfortable with that. And that's because it's way less obvious if you make mistakes. Yeah, I know, cowardly. But I'm learning. Anyway, I think what I missed in this piece is like kind of the vibes or the drama that was in the artwork that I was referring to, which you can see on the screen. There's this like really dramatic sky, and for my own artwork, I kind of toned it down, which was a shame, and I feel like it lost that sense of drama and kind of epicness that you feel when you look at Jong Hun's piece. After the outdoor one, I tried to do an indoor piece, so I again went on Pinterest and tried to find a nice reference image. Again, you know, it just takes so much time, like it's just easier if I just copy his artwork and then apply the techniques later on. But anyway, I've learned my lesson now. So anyway, I tried to do an indoor piece, so I found this interior from this cafe in Qatar, and after quote-unquote studying some of his indoor reference photos, or artwork should I say, I realized that Procreate, which is the app that I use on my iPad, is really limiting when it comes to indoor and architecture work, especially compared to Photoshop, because when it comes to buildings or when it comes to indoor, interiors and things, it's all about straight edges, regular shapes, and repetition. And whilst this is all doable in Procreate, it's just a million times easier in Photoshop. And most recently, I've also done a podcast interview with an artist whom I really admire, and he like just loves Photoshop, like completely loves it. And you can hear more about his interview in the second season of the podcast actually, which comes out at the end of July. Just a note there. His words, I think, kind of swayed me to try out Photoshop because I think I've been really lazy to use it because I have the Wacom tablet, where you have to kind of look at the screen to draw. So it's kind of like hand-eye coordination is just not there. And it's just so much easier to use the iPad, right? Like I'm sure, I mean, literally, I've talked to so many artists and all of them, the ones who use iPads just can't go back to using a computer. But there is a lot that you can do with Photoshop, and like literally the smallest things. For example, the straight lasso tool. I mean, you can just tap and you get a straight lasso in Procreate, but you can't, well, at least I don't think you can get a 90-degree one. It's just so much easier because on a laptop you have the shift button, and that is so useful. Like the shift button does so many things that you can't do in Procreate. So if I want to duplicate an object, for example, and move it down, I have to kind of guess where it will go, and it doesn't go down in a completely straight line. I mean, look, I'm sure there are ways and shortcuts to go about it. Maybe I don't know them, but I think overall, just Photoshop is a lot more technically aligned to do this kind of stuff. So anyway, I tried doing this cafe and gave up because it was just going horribly wrong, and I really hate doing interiors. So my goals following this video are to actually study his art and maybe even try and replicate his drawings. So I'll probably try doing that in one of my upcoming videos and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll make like a part 2 of this video where I epically failed in trying to study an artist's artwork. Anyways, somewhere in all of that, I hope you got something useful from this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.